3 months ago, I asked 12 women in this community to do something that sounded unreasonable. I asked them to take every product in their evening skincare routine: the cleanser, the toner, the serum, the essence, the eye cream, the night cream, the weekly mask. Products that collectively cost between $200 and $400 to maintain every month, and replace all of it, every bottle, every jar, every step, with a single ingredient that costs $2. Not reduce their routine, replace it. One ingredient, one application, every night for 90 days. 12 women agreed. Their ages ranged from 43 to 61. Their skin types covered the full range: dry, combination, oily, sensitive. Their concerns were the concerns of every woman watching this video: fine lines, uneven tone, loss of firmness, dullness, texture, the slow accumulation of visible aging that no amount of expensive product seemed to reverse, no matter how diligently they applied it. The results came back last week. I have read every report. I have reviewed every photograph. And what I am about to share with you is not a marketing story. It is what actually happened to 12 real faces over 90 days when the commercial noise was stripped away and the skin was given the one compound that addresses more mechanisms of visible aging simultaneously than any product formulation currently on the American market. The ingredient is green tea. Not green tea extract in a serum. Not green tea essence in a $40 bottle. Loose leaf green tea. The same tea that has been cultivated in China for over 4,000 years was that Chinese women have been applying to their skin for centuries as part of a beauty tradition that predates every brand, every laboratory, and every dermatologist currently selling you a more expensive version of what this leaf already contains. A bag of loose leaf green tea costs between $2 and $4 at any grocery store in America. It lasts a month of nightly applications. And what it did to 12 faces in 90 days made every single one of those women say the same thing: I am never going back. Welcome to Dr. Redmond, Skincare for Women. Let's get into it. I need to tell you what is inside a green tea leaf, because the moment you understand the biochemistry, you will understand why Chinese women have used this ingredient for millennia, and why the skincare industry has spent decades extracting individual compounds from it, diluting them, stabilizing them, packaging them in separate products, and selling them back to you at $40 each when the whole leaf delivers all of them simultaneously for $2. The primary bioactive compound in green tea is epigallocatechin galat, EGCG. It is the single most studied antioxidant in dermatological research, more studied than vitamin C, more studied than vitamin E, more studied than retinol. The volume of peer-reviewed literature on EGCG's effects on human skin is extraordinary. Hundreds of studies across 3 decades documenting its mechanisms with a level of precision that most commercial skincare ingredients never receive. Here is what EGCG does inside your skin. Not in vague marketing language, in specific biological mechanisms that explain exactly why 12 women's faces changed in 90 days. First, and this is the mechanism that produces the most dramatic visible result. EGCG is the most potent topical antioxidant ever measured in comparative dermatological testing. Its free radical scavenging capacity is approximately 25 to 50 times greater than vitamin C and approximately 25 to 100 times greater than vitamin E, depending on the specific assay used. When you apply green tea topically, the EGCG penetrates the stratum corneum and integrates into both the aqueous and lipid compartments of the skin, unlike vitamin C, which works only in water-soluble environments, and unlike vitamin E, which works only in lipid environments, or EGCG works in both. Simultaneously, across the entire structural spectrum of your skin. This matters because oxidative damage, the free radical destruction of collagen, elastin, and cellular DNA, is the single largest driver of visible skin aging after UV exposure. Every fine line, every loss of firmness, every textural change, every reduction in luminosity that has accumulated on your face over the last 2 decades has been accelerated by oxidative stress that your skin's own antioxidant defenses could not fully neutralize. EGCG does not replace those defenses. It amplifies them to a degree that no other topical compound matches. Second, EGCG has direct anti-inflammatory action on the specific inflammatory pathways that drive skin aging in mature women. It inhibits the production of matrix metalloproteinases, MMPs, the enzymes that actively break down collagen and elastin in the dermis. This is not a minor mechanism. MMPs are responsible for more collagen destruction in aging skin than any other single factor. Every night your skin was not protected from MMP activity, your existing collagen matrix was being actively dismantled from within. EGCG suppresses that dismantling. The collagen you still have is protected. The collagen your fibroblasts are producing during overnight repair is no longer being destroyed as fast as it is built. This is why women in the study reported a firmness change that they described not as tightening, not as a surface effect, but as a return of structural density in the midface and jawline. The collagen matrix was not just being rebuilt. Yes, for the first time in years, it was being allowed to accumulate rather than being continuously degraded. Third, EGCG regulates melanin production through direct inhibition of tyrosinase, the same enzyme that every brightening serum, every dark spot corrector, and every prescription depigmenting agent targets. The difference is concentration and delivery. When you brew green tea and apply it topically, the EGCG concentration in that liquid is significantly higher than the concentration of any tyrosinase inhibitor in any commercial serum at any price point. You're delivering the active compound directly in a fresh, aqueous solution at a concentration the skin can use immediately. The brightening effect was the result that appeared fastest in the 12-woman study. By week 2, 9 of the 12 women reported visible improvement in overall skin tone. By week 6, 11 of 12 reported that hyperpigmentation, sunspots, post-inflammatory marks, the general unevenness that accumulates across the cheeks and forehead, had faded measurably. The woman who did not report improvement had the deepest, most established sun damage of the group, and noted at week 12 that she was beginning to see the first signs of change. Fourth, green tea contains a natural concentration of tannins, astringent polyphenolic compounds that gently tighten pores, regulate sebum production, and refine surface texture without the drying, stripping effect of synthetic astringents. Tannins are what give green tea its slight bitterness and its mildly astringent mouthfeel. Applied topically, they produce a pore refining effect that was consistently noted by every woman in the study who had combination or oily skin, a smoothness and refinement in the T-zone and cheek area that their previous multi-step routines had never achieved. Fifth, and this mechanism is unique to green tea among commonly available skincare ingredients. EGCG has documented photoprotective activity. It does not replace sunscreen, but applied to the skin before sun exposure, EGCG reduces the amount of UV-induced DNA damage that penetrates past the sunscreen layer. It is an additional line of defense, a biological shield underneath the physical shield of your SPF, that no other ingredient in your routine provides at this potency. 6 mechanisms. Antioxidant protection. anti-inflammatory collagen preservation, melanin regulation, pore refinement, the barrier support, photoprotection, all from a single leaf, all available for $2, all delivered in a 5-minute preparation that Chinese women figured out 4,000 years before the first cosmetic laboratory opened its doors. Now, let me tell you what the skincare industry did with this information. Because this is where the gap between what you know and what you pay becomes clear. The industry took EGCG and isolated it. They extracted it from the tea leaf, stabilized it in synthetic formulations, and distributed it across multiple product categories. The EGCG went into the antioxidant serum. The niacinamide naturally present in green tea went into the barrier repair cream. The tyrosinase inhibition went into the brightening treatment. The tannins went into the pore minimizing toner. The photoprotective compounds went into the UV defense primer. 5 products, 5 bottles, 5 price points, from a single leaf. Your $400 monthly routine is, in many cases, a deconstructed version of what green tea delivers whole. The industry separated the mechanisms, packaged them individually, priced them independently, and built a multi-step routine that requires you to buy 5 products to receive what one ingredient provides. Because selling you one ingredient for $2 is not a business model. Selling you 5 derivatives of one ingredient for $80 each is. That is not a conspiracy. It is a market built on fragmentation. And it ends the moment you understand what the whole leaf does. Here is the exact protocol that the 12 women followed. It is simple. The simplicity is the point. Buy loose leaf green tea. Not tea bags, loose leaf. Tea bags contain lower-grade tea that has been ground to dust with reduced EGCG content and often blended with fillers. Loose leaf green tea, available at any grocery store, any health food store, any Asian market, and widely available online. A standard bag costs between $2 and $5 and contains enough tea for 30 to 40 applications. Sencha, Dragon Well, Gunpowder Green. Any variety of pure green tea works. The only requirement is that it is pure green tea with no added flavoring, no added oils, no blended herbs. Every evening, prepare the treatment fresh. This is important. Green tea's bioactive compounds begin degrading within hours of brewing. The EGCG, the antioxidants, and the polyphenols, they are at maximum potency in freshly brewed tea and decline steadily as the liquid sits. Prepare it fresh each night. It takes 4 minutes. Boil water and let it cool for 2 minutes. You want the water at approximately 170 degrees, not boiling. Boiling water degrades EGCG. Slightly cooled water extracts it optimally. Pour 6 ounces of this water over 1 tablespoon of loose leaf green tea in a cup or small bowl. Let it steep for 5 minutes. This is longer than you would steep tea for drinking. You want a strong, concentrated brew that extracts maximum bioactive content. The liquid should be a deep amber green. Strain the tea leaves out. Let the liquid cool to room temperature. This takes approximately 10 minutes. Now do not refrigerate it to speed this up. The rapid temperature change can affect the stability of certain compounds. Just let it sit. Once at room temperature, your treatment is ready. After your evening cleanse, completely clean skin, no makeup, no SPF residue. Soak a cotton pad with the green tea and press it across your entire face, forehead, cheeks, nose, chin, jawline, neck. Press and hold for 3 to 5 seconds in each area. Re-soak the pad as needed. You want the skin thoroughly saturated, not dripping, but thoroughly wet with the tea. Alternatively, transfer the cooled tea to a small spray bottle and mist your face generously, then press it into the skin with clean palms. This method wastes less product and distributes it more evenly. Do not rinse. Allow the green tea to absorb and dry on the skin. This takes approximately 3 minutes. You will feel a very mild tightening as the tannins interact with the skin surface. This is normal. This is desirable. And this is the pore refining mechanism at work. Once the green tea has absorbed, apply your moisturizer over it. That is the entire routine. The green tea replaces your toner, your serum, your essence, and your treatment step. The moisturizer seals it in. That is it. Cleanse. Green tea. Moisturizer. 3 steps. 4 minutes of preparation. $2 a month. Here is what the 12 women experienced, compiled from their reports, organized by timeline. Week 1, days 1 through 7. Every single woman reported the same first observation. Smoother skin from the first morning. Yet the combination of gentle tannin astringency and inositol-driven cell surface renewal produces an immediate textural improvement that is visible in the mirror and tangible when you touch your face. Several women described it as their skin feeling cleaner. Not stripped, not tight, but genuinely cleaner at a level that their multi-step routine had never achieved. 2 women with combination skin reported that their morning oiliness was noticeably reduced by day 4. Week 2, days 8 through 14. The brightening effect establishes. 9 of 12 women reported visible improvement in overall skin tone by day 14. The EGCG-driven tyrosinase inhibition is suppressing new melanin production with each application. The old unevenly pigmented surface cells are being shed through the accelerated cell turnover. On what replaces them is a surface with more uniform pigmentation. The overall effect is not dramatic at 2 weeks. It is a shift, a lightening of the contrast between pigmented areas and surrounding skin, a general evenness that makes the face look more uniform in natural light. Weeks 3 and 4. The anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects become visible in ways the women did not expect. 3 women reported that their skin had become less reactive, less prone to flushing, less sensitive to products they applied afterward, less irritated by environmental triggers that previously caused redness. This is the MMP suppression and the inflammatory pathway modulation, reducing the baseline inflammatory state of the skin. 2 women reported that fine lines, particularly forehead lines and lines around the mouth, appeared softer, yet not dramatically reduced. Softer, less defined, less visible in photographs. Weeks 5 through 8, the structural change begins. 5 women reported a firmness change in the mid-face, a quality they struggled to articulate but consistently described as their skin feeling more attached, more present, less like it was beginning to separate from the underlying structure. This is the collagen preservation effect. Weeks of MMP suppression allowing the collagen matrix to accumulate rather than continuously degrade. The net collagen balance has shifted. The scaffolding under the skin is denser than it was 2 months ago. Weeks 9 through 12, the cumulative result. By week 12, all 12 women reported that they did not want to return to their previous routine. Not one. The specific improvements varied by individual. Some saw the most dramatic change in tone, some in texture, some in firmness, some in overall luminosity. But every single woman reported that her skin looked and felt better at 12 weeks on a $2 ingredient than it had at any point during the multi-step, multi-product, multi-$100 routine she had been following before. The woman who saw the most dramatic overall change was 57 years old. Her previous routine cost approximately $380 per month. Her skin at week 12, documented in photographs taken in the same lighting, same angle, same time of morning, showed measurably more even tone, visibly smoother texture, reduced fine line depth around the eyes and mouth, yes, and an overall luminosity that her 12-week earlier photographs did not have. Her total skincare cost for the 12-week period, approximately $6 in green tea and her existing moisturizer. I want to be honest about limitations because this channel does not exaggerate, and the integrity of this information matters more than the appeal of the headline. Green tea is not a retinoid. It does not force accelerated cell turnover at the rate that prescription tretinoin does. If your primary concern is deep wrinkles driven by severe collagen loss, green tea alone will not produce the degree of structural remodeling that a retinoid can. What it does, consistently, safely, without irritation, is protect and preserve the collagen you have, reduce the oxidative and inflammatory damage that is actively degrading it, and create an environment where your skin's own repair mechanisms can operate at their natural best without being overwhelmed by the damage they are trying to repair. For most women over 45, women whose primary visible concerns are tone, texture, luminosity, mild to moderate fine lines, and the general loss of quality that accumulates over years, green tea addresses more of those concerns simultaneously than any single product on the market, at a cost that makes the comparison to commercial alternatives almost absurd. If you have followed everything in this video, you have a protocol, a 4-minute preparation, a $2 monthly cost. Will 12 women's experiences over 90 days confirming what Chinese women have known for 4,000 years, that the most powerful compound for maintaining skin quality was never in a laboratory. It was in a leaf. That is what Dr. Redmond, Skincare for Women, is here for. The research exists. The ingredient is at your grocery store. The cost is honest. And you deserve to know that $400 a month was never the price of beautiful skin. $2 was. Nobody told you because nobody selling you the $400 had any reason to. If this video changes what you put on your face tonight, share it with a woman who is spending money she does not need to spend on products she does not need to buy. A friend whose bathroom shelf looks like a pharmacy and whose skin looks the same as it did before the shelf was full. I'm a mother who deserves to know. A daughter who deserves to start here instead of where we all started, confused, overwhelmed, and reaching for the most expensive bottle because nobody ever explained that the answer was simpler. Subscribe to Dr. Redmond, Skincare for Women. Every video on this channel follows the same principle. Find the research, remove the noise, give you the protocol. The next video is already waiting. It covers the one ingredient that rebuilds your skin barrier after years of damage from the very products that were supposed to be helping, and why stopping everything you are doing for 1 week might be the most powerful skincare decision you have ever made. I will see you there.